Yo, what up, everybody? Hope you're having a good day.
University is offering certificate courses associated.
All right, so today talking about kind of like this kind of I don't know what you want to call it, revelation or thought process I've been having recently about other healing modalities or extracurricular healing modalities when it comes to NB. And kind of what I'm getting at is, I guess I've been listening to like a lot of content where they talk about like ancient monks or even like modern day healers or any of this kind of stuff, especially on like YouTube and stuff. And, basically they're able to like heal people with like just their thoughts or just energetic work or, with these prayers. And it's like very instantaneous healing. And like, of course, I've always kind of known this, and that's something that like inspired me about NB in the first place, is kind of like stepping into your power and realizing that you already have all these gifts and talents, and all you really got to do is rediscover them and activate them. And NB is like a good way to kind of do that, in my opinion. So I've always been, one of the reasons I guess I've been drawn to it is because of that aspect of it, right? But I also think that it's something that NB is like very mechanical, it's very physical in a lot of ways. So like you go through the rigmarole of the routines and everything, and they're good and everything, but like I don't know if they really emphasize like that kind of manifestation or that energetic healing work that I listen to, read about, whatever, all the time. And the interest me a lot. So what I'm getting at is like, I think over these next, I don't know, this going forward or whatever, I'm going to be spending more time like kind of researching that kind of information, just like the energetic healing modalities, you know what I mean? And I think it's the world's changing too, so this kind of work is actually going to get easier, sooner rather than later. What I'm getting at is, if we're referencing Greg Braden's book, where the shift occurs, basically the veil is thinning, and in scientific terms, that's basically like the Earth's magnetic field is thinning. So it's going to give you access to more of a light spectrum, and that light spectrum gives you access to more information, and the more information you have, the more you can do with it, like create, manifest, whatever. So the Earth is changing in that regard, and the veil is thinning is another way that they say it. So like humans and healers, like they're all going to be waking up to like their innate gifts, and they're going to be exploring these modalities. And everybody's like so different when it comes to like their traumas and their retracements and their sicknesses and their karma and all this other things that they're going to have to process. And it's pretty exciting time to be alive, actually, because I think what's going to happen is like a lot of us, especially in the Malkuth realm, like a lot of us are pretty special, and we're all going to be kind of going online and learning these new things, and we're going to be using them for good and helping people and all that kind of stuff. But it's going to be pretty cool to watch everybody's, like, because everybody has different gifts and talents, like somebody's going to be good at praying, somebody's going to be good at tuning in, somebody's going to be good at like affirmation, chant work, all these other kind of things. I just kind of off the top of my head, there's a couple, but there's all kinds of work that you can do to like help heal people and all this other kind of stuff. So I'm like really interested in like kind of looking into that. And I guess just on that note too, like I know that we all love Dr. Wilson and NB and stuff, but sometimes I'll read stuff and it doesn't really vibe with me 100%, and that's okay. I'm not like discounting Dr. Wilson or NB or anything. In fact, I wouldn't even like, I'm still at the point where I highly recommend it to like everybody, right? But at the same time, sometimes you kind of go with your little gut instincts here and there along the way. And I think what it comes down to is like the ability for you to tune into yourself, right? If you can tune into yourself and your needs in real time, because your needs are always changing, then I think that's like kind of a level of mastery that I think you want to obtain or strive to obtain, because then you're always kind of up to date with the latest and greatest, and I know people can already do this even just on the program. Like they can say, I need Limcoman, or I need zinc, or I'm in fast, or I'm in slow, or they can just feel their body change a little bit. And I think Lewis mentioned the other day too that he basically is able to like ride the waves and kind of dance with it a little bit, and he's been able to get his sodium potassium ratio perfect the last couple tests, so he's got it kind of figured out or whatever, right? So I think that's like an advanced kind of tactic or whatever, but it just kind of goes to show that I think there's a lot of merit in your ability to tune into yourself and kind of know what you need and all that kind of stuff. And that might not always be something that, Larry recommends or doesn't recommend, you know what I mean? It could be something that's like more yin or something. But, like I said, everybody's kind of different. And I think everybody is like responsible enough to kind of, use their discernment to know what's good for them. And when in doubt, do the safe road. And Larry definitely is the safe road, I would say, most of the time. That's another reason I actually like him, because like before I got involved with all this stuff, like I probably would have done the craziest stuff because it's just like my style, like the most extreme hardcore stuff. But there's a lot of value in being grounded and centered and taking precautions and not exposing yourself to too many things, all that kind of stuff. So I think in a very good way, like extremely blessed to know about nutritional balancing and having that almost as like a foundation component, you know what I mean? And even if I guess the other thing too is like trial and error is important as well. Like I always considered nutritional balancing science emerging science, and like all science, like things change dynamically, and one day we learn this and then the next day we learn, wait a minute, maybe that wasn't so good, etc. So if you're kind of one of those people that like to be on the forefront of exploring new things, which I think I pretty much am, then I think there's that level of research that has to come into place as well. And probably, like, I'm pretty convinced that the people on the Malkuth channel, they're going to be finding new methods and modalities that are going to be eventually added to the program in some capacity. I'm sure of it. So anyway, it's all like just exciting stuff, and just kind of wanted to throw that out there because I know like a lot of people are very set in Larry's ways, which I don't even have a problem with that. It's just that I think that as this thing grows a little bit more and as we develop a little bit more, I think people are going to start trying these other things as well. And kind of to, at the end of the day, the goal is the same, right? Development, right? And it's just, I think people are going to come up with new ways, faster ways, more powerful ways to bring it along. And everybody's going to be a little bit different too. So just because it works for person A doesn't mean it's going to work for person B exactly the same way, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, that was pretty much it. So, love you guys and God bless.